Join me to the Biotech boat and please be introduced to RefractiMaster, the new standard in refractive index detection. Brings you to the future here and allows you to also use your column oven up to 80 degrees Celsius. You can run the detector. And if not refractive index is enough, detection is enough, well, have a look at the Runge Micron fluorescence detector. You have some experience of that unit, Robin.
Yes, sure. So this fluorescent detector is modular in that sense that you can build it the way you want with any wavelength. So there are no limits essentially to the wavelengths and the filters, of course, going into it. And the fluorimeter is essentially a handheld detector and sensor that you can plug into your computer and in real time follow the fluorescence of your liquid solution.
And you're working with LEDs, so that means that you can also operate your fluorescence detector in your chilled environment down to +4 degrees Celsius.
And also, allow me to present to you the Biotech liquid flow meter. This is a great instrument if you want to keep track of the flow and have in-depth knowledge of what's going on in your system. It has an incredible down to 78 millisecond integration time, which gives you close to real-time sensing of the flow. And that is essentially based on the thermal fluctuation. So this is a thermal sensor that's going into this system.
Can you log that data as well?
You can, of course, log that data and you can save it and retrieve it again. So it's very simple. You plug it into your computer. It comes with its own software. So it's a very simple plug and play instrument that you can just use for any kind of application.
But do you have to work with the software alone?
Actually, they come as well with the option of having the rc.net, so you can integrate it to your own system. So if you have a chromatography system, it's easily integrated into that one, and you can log the data through your existing system, chromatography system.
That's cool. That's really cool. That's a new dimension. So you can correlate your actual chromatogram to the flow rate during the run.
Sure you can.
Wow. Impressive.
And with this depth of knowledge that you get with the flow meter, you will also soon realize that bubbles will be a problem for you in your fluidic setup. And that's what brings us to our own product, that is the Degasser. So this is a standalone degasser that is used to eliminate or reduce the dissolved gases from your solution, which essentially eliminates all bubble formation in your solution as well. Because bubbles, that's a problem.
And this one is marked as the Degassers GPC.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's tolerant of all the common organic solvents, including hexane, that can otherwise be troublemakers in this area.
And the simplicity of this is basically plug and play again. You have one power supply and then you just turn it on. You have an inlet and outlet, and it's bi-directional, so you can do it any way you want. And it comes in with 1 up to 6 different channels, so that will be run in parallel. So a simple item to include in your setup to enhance your results in chromatography, for instance.
But there is a wide variety of fittings on this plate, Robin. Did you just pick what you had on the bench, or is there any intention about it?
So this fluidic setup actually contains most of the fluidic components, or many of the fluidic components that we have, and they are all provided by us, and we are the global premium distributor for IDEX Health and Science. So if you need any kind of connections, probably we will have it for you. So just reach out to us and we will help you find the right solution to your setup.
And I think it's worth mentioning the Marvel Exact, the torque limiting connection for your column and to the detector. Very easy to work with. You drag it until it clicks, and then you are on a perfect connection with zero dead volume on a pre-made connection here.
We actually have one that we can show over there.
Yeah, why not? Have a look what really happens in your column when you connect it. You want to have a sealed connection with absolutely no dead volume. The Marvel Exact isn't dependent on the cone, because every chromatography manufacturer wants to have their own cone. This fits to the end, and by applying the right pressure, you hear that from the click, then we are on perfect pressure and we have a perfect joint every time. Every time you switch your column, you are directly there. So that's a real winner. But this is not the only degasser we have on show here today. There is more demands. So from being a classical analytical tool, degassing solution has become more and more important. Also for like preparative chromatography, we have the Degassy Prep Plus, capable of degassing up to 100 milliliters a minute of all organic solvents. If that's not enough, there is also the Degassy High Flow, a water-based, for degassing water-based solutions up to a liter a minute. And then we have all the permutation based on the same format, scaling you from 6 milliliters a minute, but then also going downward. And we have just launched the new Degassy Nano for nanofluidics. Well, that's not the smallest one. We also have the Degassy Ultra Nano, when you have really, really low flow rates and you must have a really, really low dead volume. That the degassing chamber has a dead volume of only 6 microliters. 6. Perfect for flow rates up to 25 microliters a minute. We're in an area where it's very difficult to have full control of everything.
Yeah.
And in that area, we also have the micro fluidic flow meter, suitable for flow rates up to 80 microliters a minute. To my knowledge, that's the most precise, accurately working flow meter in the microliter range area. So, if you're working on nanofluidics, please come and visit us. We have your solutions.
Thank you.